Hi, everybody. This is Saad. Today I've got, I guess, a honey badger, a fiery, a spicy, a Latina honey badger. Valentina Gomez, how are you doing?
Gad, doing amazing. Thank you for having me. Gad, I know you don't remember this, but we actually met 2 years ago in Arizona.
Oh, at the turning point?
Yes, sir. Yes, we did.
Oh,
Here,
my.
I'll show you this picture of you and I.
Wait a minute. You must have been wearing heels because I don't like for you to be taller.
I'm always wearing heels.
Okay, fair enough. Just so that people don't come around saying you're short and so on. To me, I am
No,
Lionel Messi's height.
hey, we're tall people. What are you talking about?
Exactly. All right, let me tell people about who you are and how I sort of, other than meeting you at Turning Point, how I got to know a bit of your activism. You previously worked in real estate. You ran for Missouri Secretary of State. You're an NCAA swimmer. That's pretty impressive. Maybe you ran against that woman, or not ran, swam against that woman in University of Pennsylvania, the 6'4" woman with a penis. Did you ever run it? Did you ever swim against her?
No, actually, I never swim against her, but I mean, that's just a dude with a that's just a dude dressing up as a woman. And my brothers were also NCAA Division One swimmers, so I don't understand why the NCAA ever allowed for men to come into women's sports.
It's all covered in this book, Valentina. And currently, you are running for U.S. Representative for the 31st Congressional District in Texas. I think you're 26 years old, which, if you were to win, would certainly make you one of the youngest members of Congress. True?
That is correct.
Okay, so let's start. Born in Medellin, Colombia. Am I right?
Oh my God, there's so much fake news about
You're
that
not.
and about me.
You're not born in Medellin. You're not Colombian. You're
No, not at all. Not at all. I was born in Cali, Colombia, but I am made in America. My family and I came to the United States when I was 10 years old. We came here legally. We filed our paperwork. And God, my brother, one of my brothers is actually here in the military. So it goes to show you that if you want to come here, do it legally, file your paperwork, respect the rule of law, and assimilate to the culture of the nation that you're entering to.
That seems very reasonable to me. Oftentimes, when I, rail against not only illegal immigration, but even legal immigration from countries that don't share our values, I will usually get an incredibly imbecilic retort, which is, but you are an immigrant. All of
Yes.
your friends are immigrants. Well, that's like saying your house cat is a feline and the wild lion in the savannah is a feline. Since they're both called feline, I could lay down on the bed and cuddle with both of them. Yes?
Well, you see, God, I'm not far right. I'm just right.
Okay, so I got to know your work because of some rather kind of fiery, I mean, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended, sort of stunts that you did. In one case, you were burning all the kind of LGBTQ stuff. More recently, you burned a Quran. Now, of course, I fully support the right for anyone to do any of that stuff. You could burn the Torah, the Old Testament. I don't care. You could burn the book by Charles Darwin, which is foundational to my scientific work. I don't care. That's what it means to live in a free society. But do you think that given the way you deliver your message, it might maybe detract some people who agree with your position but think that the way you go about it is not the optimal way?
God, the way I see this is I'd rather go too far than not far enough. And God, where do we draw the line after thousands of little girls have been raped and thousands of children have been butchered? The truth is, the line has already been crossed, and we just need to be quicker with capital punishment because I do not care what nationality or religion you're from. If you rape or kill, you deserve the death penalty.
Right. Well, I'm from Canada where we don't have the never mind we don't have the death penalty. You can rape children and probably let out within a year or two. So I wholeheartedly agree with you. As a matter of fact, I've often argued that to take off the death penalty for any crime is actually more barbaric than the death penalty because we've evolved as human beings, we've evolved a sense of justice, of vengefulness, of retribution. If you go after my child, it makes perfect evolutionary sense for me to put a bullet in your head.
God, mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. And I just call it like it is. And the Quran specifically says on Quran 8:12 to behead and terrorize those who believe in scriptures other than the Quran. And God, I saw a little girl in the UK fighting for her life with two knives and defending herself, but ended up getting arrested
Yeah.
because she wanted to defend herself against a rapist Muslim. So unfortunately, girls in the UK now have, and across Europe, now have two options: get raped or get arrested.
It's unbelievable. What's happening in Texas? I know that I think you probably know. Do you know the account by Amy Meck? Do you know who that is?
Oh, I haven't actually met Amy. I've spoken to her a lot of times, and she's one of the very few women that are actually fighting against the Islamization of not just Texas, but also America. I only have good things to say about Amy. She's exposing also all of the mosques that are getting built, the Sharia compounds, and how Texas is being taken over by Islamists. In Georgetown, a new mosque, a new Islamic center full of Sharia law and schools, halal superstores is being funded and is about to be built.
What is it just an accident of geography that it is taking place in Texas, or is there a particular concerted effort and strategy to be focusing on the Islamization of Texas?
God, they're building mosques all over Texas and all over America. And it's not Islamophobic to call it out because I don't want America to turn into an Islamic nation. And they call me Islamophobic, but there are no phobias in my campaign. I want to be very clear about that. I don't fear the groomers that are trying to sexualize and indoctrinate children. I don't fear the pedophiles. I don't feel the jihadists trying to take over Texas. And I definitely do not fear any of the corrupt politicians that have sold our state to these Islamists.
Have you received, as a result of burning the Quran recently, have you received an increase in death threats? Are there concerns over your security? Walk us through that.
Well, God, you can take the Muslim out of a terrorist nation, but you cannot take the terrorism out of a Muslim. I'm one of the very few people in the world that is actually free. I speak from the heart. I spread the gospel and I save children. I have gotten thousands of death threats. I have been banned. They tried to cancel me, but they can't. My brother got fired. They got my brother fired from his job. My dogs were poisoned. My dad was almost killed. And even though my family and I have gone through all of this, I still call myself a warrior of Jesus Christ.
Do you think that you could have been as committed to fighting, for example, against the Islamization of the United States without it being rooted in your Christian faith? In other words, could you have been an atheist who loves personal liberties and fight the dogged fight in the way that you do?
Not at all, God. I put the armor of Jesus Christ every day and I fight against evil. And somebody's got to do it.
What does your family think about all the risks that you take to follow your principles?
They know that I am a warrior. I'm always packed. I gave my life to Jesus Christ, and I'm not bending a knee to the ideology that wants Jews, Christians, and soldiers like my brother killed.
But does mom or dad ever come to you and say, "Hey, Valentina, can we just tone it down a bit? Can you be a bit sweeter? Can you just deliver your message with a little bit less spice?" Do they ever say that, or they know it's a lost cause? You're going to speak your mind no matter what.
They know that with me, it's gonna be a fight, and you have to fight fire with fire. So they only pray for me, they wish me the best, and they agree with what I say. But either way, God, this is a new generation. I actually take action. I actually confront the enemy, and that's what they're afraid of me.
Have you, I mean, have you received any endorsements from, major recognizable people within the Republican Party, or are most staying clear of you because of the manner in which you deliver your message?
Many of these people are very weak. And I'm just looking for the endorsement of Jesus Christ and of the people of the 31st Congressional District.
What is there any polling done so far? Do you have a sense of whether your message is resonating or people are running away from your message? How's it looking?
Well, thousands of people are sharing my message. Thousands of people are actually emailing my entire team saying that they support me. I walk the streets of my district and I hand out flyers and they tell me, Valentina, I completely agree with you. Thank you for standing up for us. Thank you for speaking the truth and facing these demons that are taking over Texas and trying to destroy the American way of life, because that's exactly what they're doing, trying to destroy it, and I want to protect it.
I want to share with you. You may have seen this or maybe not. A few days ago, I told the story of a antiquarian bookseller. So this is a bookseller who sells, antiquarian books, who had agreed to come on my show, and all I was going to do. Are you familiar with the story? Because you're smiling. Are you familiar with
No,
this?
I have no idea,
Okay.
to be honest.
Okay, because
But
I'm
if
gonna.
they don't agree to come on your show, it's because they're afraid to debate their ideas. I
Ex-
told you that I'm fine with any topic you want to talk about. I'm an open book, so fire away.
Yeah,
But when
no,
these people shy away, it's because they have something to hide because they know they're going to be proven wrong.
right. So in addition to what you just said, so I guess after he agreed to come on my show, where, he said, I only want to talk about books, because he was worried that I might ask him about anything political and so on. I said, absolutely, there's no problem. I don't impose a particular subject on my guests. If you only want to restrict it to books, I'm perfectly happy to do that. Then he probably went ahead and did his, a bit of deep dive into me and realized that, I do tackle political topics. And so he came back and said, well, look, I've got a very big TikTok following and a big Instagram following, and I spent many years building it. And the reason why I am so popular is because I am apolitical. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to decline to come on your show. And I thought to myself, that is exactly the reason why the West is in the
Yeah.
position that it's in. Because we're not even asking him to have the courage of speaking out. All I'm asking him is to come on my show to talk about his business, but he was too afraid. And so actually, and I'll be very honest with you, after, I saw I already get a lot of death threats myself, although my message is a lot softer in the way I deliver it than you do. I said, my wife even looked at me and said, well, do you want to get the headaches that might be associated with you speaking to this woman, meaning you? And I said, what kind of fighter for freedom would I be if I suddenly decided I don't want to speak to Valentina because some other idiot might be angry that I spoke to her? So there you go. I am committed to being true to my principles.
Please tell your wife I said hello. Hopefully, she supports me as well. I just say things in a very different way. I actually put it on video. I say what everybody else is thinking. And God, this is a
Yeah.
new generation, new political landscape. So I work with God, what I've got, and I fight fire with fire.
Do you have a sense in terms of how your campaign is going, whether there are particular demographic groups that are more likely to support your direct style than other? For example, you might say the younger generation is more open to my style than the older, or men more than women. Do you have any sense of those types of patterns?
God, we have gone so far left that people need change. People want this message. They seek it. They need a warrior in Congress because we have a bunch of clowns in Congress that are only good at trading stocks, betraying us, letting people go like Fauci, Mayorkas, Hunter Biden, Liz Cheney, and they don't actually fight for any of us.
You know what I'm already fantasizing about if you were to ever make it to Congress? A one-on-one MMA fight between you and AOC. Can we make that happen?
When I make it to Congress, and I actually made that comment just for fun. I told Dana White. Dana White set it up. I'm not afraid to debate or to fight, so let's do it.
And is there any hope that it might happen?
These fists are bisexual, God. They're ready at any time.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank God that I'm not your father because I would be worried all day long about your safety. This is what I'm happy that I have the daughter that I have. Listen, anything else you want to discuss or share? I wanted to at least give you a forum to share your ideas. I like to humanize people because I saw how everybody said you're a monster, you're this, you're that. As I said, some people may disagree with your style, but certainly the gist of your message is one that people should listen to. Anything else you want to add before we wrap this beauty up?
Well, God, I love America. I'm going to fight for America. And I want to talk about also what's happening in the UK. The UK took the guns, took the swords, and they have been raped. Their women are completely raped. And God, if you look at the UK, you see that the most famous name in the UK is not David Beckham or Valentina as much as I would like it. It's Mohammed. The mayor of London is a Muslim. The mayor of Birmingham is a Muslim. The mayor of Luton is a Muslim. The UK has been conquered by Muslims. So they either wake up or lose their entire nation.
As we say in the Middle East, inshallah. Uh, Valentina, thank you so much for coming on. Stay on the line so that we can say goodbye offline. I wish you the best of luck with your campaign. Please stay safe and keep continuing being a honey badger.
You as well, Gad. God bless you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Cheers.